Ben Whittington,
Yes, sir.
how's it going?
It's going awesome.
So, for those that don't know, Ben is a good friend of mine. Known Ben for, I don't know, probably something like 12, 15 years now. We've known each other.
Yeah.
Met you through a good friend of ours, Jimmy Nicholas. And you've got quite a story. You've done a lot, a lot, like entrepreneurship, firefighter, EMS. You had your own mobile garage, all kinds of things. So we'll go ahead and we'll cover all that today. And then luckily today, where we had the opportunity to be in part of your newest establishment, White Lightning. This is really cool, man.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of good stuff
It's
in here,
awesome.
dude. It's pretty sick. I walked in here. I mean, not that I had any expectations, but I walked in here and didn't know what to expect, and I'm just like, wow, you guys have everything. Like things that I wouldn't even think that a normal shop has, but you have it all, and you do your own servicing, right?
Yeah. Living a dream that's a hobby.
That's sick, man. That's sick. That is really cool that you get to do all that. You know, I know where I'm bringing my side by side, anyways, for sure. And for anything, like I'm not even googling anything anymore. I'm just calling you.
Yeah.
So let's get started with where you grew up.
Brookville, Indiana.
Brookville, Indiana.
Yes.
Out there by the lake.
Yep. About 4 miles. 4 miles from the lake. Never had a boat.
Really?
Never had a boat. Grew up next to the lake. Never had a boat.
Man, Dad had a boat out there, and
Yeah.
it got stolen. That or I accidentally forgot to tie it off, and then it was claimed by somebody.
gone.
Yeah, it was there, and then it wasn't.
Yeah. You'll have that.
So is that where you like spent all your life growing up, or?
Yeah. Yep. Since the early 90s. Yeah. Mom, Dad bought it. Dad was a postmaster at Brookville, the post office. They lived in Harrison, and he got transferred to Brookville, and they found that place, and they bought it. Okay. And we lived there, grew up there, and it was a good time.
That's pretty sick. Nice little family lineage on the
Yes.
property. That's really cool. So you went to school through Brookville and all that?
Homeschooled.
Homeschooled.
Yes,
Oh, interesting.
homeschooled.
How was that?
It was interesting. It was good. No, there was a lot. All my friends, most of my friends were all public school.
Okay.
So it was nice bringing a side of normalcy. Everybody sees the homeschool kids as sheltered and reserved, and got to show people that. But yeah.
Well, I would have never known.
Yeah.
To be
exactly.
fair.
Exactly.
I know we tried to homeschool my daughter for a little bit there. And it was going fine, but I felt like she needed those social interactions, and that was just to this day I'm not really sure if it made a difference, to be honest with you, with the way internet is. And,
Right.
I mean, even though she was homeschooled. She spent a lot of time online playing video games and stuff. So she always had. It may not have been face to face, but she still had those interactions and learned, certain characteristics.
Yeah. We had co-ed softball, soccer, stuff like that growing up. So we got to go out and join in with all that, like with the public schools, and we had a homeschool group and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. And then growing up racing dirt bikes, like you were always at the track on the weekends, and new people
So you
kind of brought you out of your shell.
So you grew up racing dirt bikes?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, it's like my life.
Yeah.
So how long did you race?
I got my first bike actually kind of late. Got it at like 9 years old. A lot of kids are getting them at like 3 and 4 years old now, but I saved up mowing grass for a lady in Brookville. I mowed her grass all summer, bought a little TTR 90, and just rode that till the wheels fell off of it. Just got into racing. Just loved it. Loved every aspect of it.
So your love for motorsports and your drive for how you've structured your life all kind of come hand in hand as at the beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty awesome actually to see that kind of come to fruition, and and such a large scale at that. You know what I mean? That's pretty awesome. So how long did you race?
Probably like 7 or 8 years. Not very long. I had some shoulder issues and some knee issues, and I pretty much put it on the back burner. Now, still ride. I will never give that up. That is the most fun.
Okay.
Anytime getting stressed, jump on the bike and it's gone. Like everything you're thinking about, it's gone.
Really?
So yeah, I'm more comfortable on a bike now than I ever was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So like how long? So you said you raced 9 years?
Not like 7.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so you raced 7 years. What size motor did you get up to?
I raced 450 for 2 years. and then I went back down to a 250. I had both at the same time, but I never was that good. So it was good enough to keep having fun at it, but the 450 was a lot. So
I mean, that's all that matters at
yeah,
the end of the day.
just having fun. I mean, I was never going to be at the level of, going professional or anything. So
It's a hard life. Like,
yeah,
you think about it, like, there's really not a lot of dudes out there
No.
who are actually getting paid to do this shit. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, it's a small number of dudes that
Right.
get paid to do this. You know what I mean? And it didn't come cheap,
no, not
physically or monetarily.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Well, that's what people ask me, like, would you ever change all the injuries and all the surgeries and stuff like that and not do it? No. I'd do it over again. Exactly the same.
man, no
It
regrets.
was awesome.
That's what I like. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Right. So you raced all the way through for 7 years, and then so where did you go? What did you want to do when you grew up? Like, did you have any studies? Is there something you had your eye on that you were aiming for?
Honestly, I saw one of my older brothers turning wrenches. He worked for a paving company, and he was doing well. So I was like, I want to make money. I want to turn wrenches. So early high school, start turning wrenches. Get out of high school, turning wrenches. Went to school for it. No regrets. Kind of hard on the body, but there was other things I probably would have done over that. But it's provided a good life for us. So
So is your brother what drew you to it, or did you just find it interesting in your?
no, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just had a knack for it.
yeah, yeah.
I know a lot of
Watched him, watched everything he did and succeeded at, and his house and barn and trucks and stuff. So he really inspired me to do that.
Also, this kind of thing runs in your guys' blood, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I did not know.
Kind of goes with a lot of things in life. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah. Same thing with the fire department. Watched them do it. Had to follow suit. So.
So it was your brother in the fire department as well?
Yep. My oldest brother is an EMT and a fireman
Okay.
and a Catholic priest. But yeah, that's his main job, and he does the other stuff on the side. One down from that, he's the mechanic, and he does volunteer fire. Next one down is full time in the military, and then the one right above me is he does concrete, and he's on the fire department. So we all have kind of followed suit with that.
Just a lot of selfless
My
service.
dad was one of the original members of Mac Fire Department. Mac Fire Department out in it is Green Township now.
Okay.
So yeah, he was one of the members back in like the early 70s.
Really?
Yeah, back when you got to ride on the back of a fire truck.
Oh, with the did they have Dalmatians and stuff?
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's quite a lineage. You know what I mean? Like your whole family getting into it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So your family's what drew you to go into fire and EMS? Okay. How long you been doing that?
I got my fire card in the end of 2011. So 2012 is when I got on the fire department. And then we moved out here to Lawrenceburg in 2017. So I switched departments up until we moved back. And actually, I'm still on the department. I'm their training captain, and I still do a lot with them. So yeah, I don't get to run as much since I don't live right here, but still get to do a lot.
So what does that entail, getting your fire card? Is it volunteer?
Yeah, it's all volunteer. Okay. So Fire 1 and 2, hazmat, you got to go through classes and do testing and stuff like that. And then so many hours a year in training.
Okay. So so you guys have like a cyclic training cycle?
Yeah, every month. Okay. We got so many hours a month we do.
Really? How many?
It's supposed to be a total of, I think it's 24 hours a year. It's not crazy, but working full-time jobs, it's actually kind of harder to get than you think.
I mean, given the scope of what firefighters do,
yeah,
I feel like that's a pretty crazy little number.
Yeah, it is.
It
is, and that's for like your most basic. You need that amount. But a lot of guys train more. I mean, if you've got more time, you can train more. People hold trainings every week. So
okay,
yeah, I mean, there's full-time guys train every day.
So how do those get sponsored through the firehouse or to dudes? Because I know there was a time I was looking at Bright Firehouse, and I stopped in and talked to them just because I was kind of curious, before I joined the Army, wanted to, serve in some capacity. And they said that basically I had to, at the time, I don't know what it is now, but I had to pay for the schooling myself, and then if I made it through, that they would reimburse me.
Yeah, that's how it goes a lot of times for volunteers. Yeah.
Okay, so now how does that go for the training afterwards? Is it still
training's all in house?
Okay,
so it's all funded. your yearly funding, anything you got to buy for training is kind of at the firehouse.
Okay. How many guys do you guys usually have on like rotation?
So it's kind of 24/7 thing. If we get called now, like I could get in the truck and go. Right now there's full-time EMTs up there, so they're there 24/7. The fireside's still just volunteer for now.
Okay.
At a time, we'll probably get 4 or 5 people show up. I think we have like 18 on the roster, but everybody works different shifts full time, so you never know who's around.
I mean, 18 for a volunteer. That's better numbers than I thought, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. In my head, I was thinking.
But to get them all
like
at
8.
once, whew,
Oh, I mean, I
there's a
get
house on fire.
yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's got to be a pretty extensive, you know what I mean, deal there. And hats off to you guys. You know what I mean? Like I personally, sleep is my crutch. Like I can go without food, but sleep, dude. Like you wake me up in the middle of the night, you're gonna get a different person. Like it's
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
For a minute, and then I
Oh.
kind of come to. You know what I mean?
The
But
first couple times that page drops in the middle of the night,
oh, I bet
you're
bet.
up.
You kinda-
You're not going back to sleep.
Oh no. It
Yeah.
was just I don't wake up very well as far as
yeah.
like I'm a different person for about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm not, especially if I'm like startled awake. You know what I mean? I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Don't touch me. You know what I mean? Like it's funny, but no, that's wild though that there's 18. That's commendable.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I mean? Like,
And that's probably good, pretty good average for any of the departments around here. It's probably about that many.
now, how often do you guys get I know it seems like every time the cops get called, the fire department shows up. So
Usually.
you guys.
Seems like.
So how often do you guys get a call that's like directly correlating to like firehouse stuff? Like a house on fire?
Majority of the time it's EMS calls.
Really?
So most of the time the fire gets called, it's to like lift assist with EMS. I don't know a good percentage of that. Maybe, I don't know, probably 80% of it's EMS, 20% fire. Yeah.
Now,
But when they're like around here, when they're on fire, they're on fire. Like if somebody's calling that their house is on fire, most of the time their house is on fire. And then there'll be like 5 or 6 departments going.
interesting.
So
Now, are all the volunteer guys like is it in their pipeline to get like EMS certified, or is that separate? Or
that's all separate. You don't have to. But like a lot of the guys nowadays that are on our department, that are coming on the department, they're EMS somewhere else, and they usually have their fire card, so it makes it nice.
okay,
Yeah.
and are you EMS?
I am not an EMT. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I've helped them. I've drove for EMS, but I'm not an EMT itself. No.
Okay, but you guys are still just like
Yeah.
everybody goes on the same call kind
Yep.
of thing. Interesting.
Yep. CPR calls. They call us right away. Stuff like that. Something a little bit more serious. So a lot of
Like
times
what?
they'll wait. Like CPR, bad lacerations, stuff like that. So
Is there a lot that goes
Cardiac
on around here?
it comes in spurts. It seems like there'll be nothing for weeks, and then it'll be like back to back to back.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it weather dependent?
No.
I feel like as it gets closer to warmer weather, you start to see more calls.
Yeah, depending on like brush fires. Yeah, it's the first nice day of the year, we'll get 2 or 3 brush fire calls because everybody's trying to go out and burn leaves and burn branches, and it's got 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And next thing you know, the woods is on fire, and
That's crazy.
yeah, it's like they don't know why. That's why.
That's
But
wild.
yeah, every year it's like that. It starts getting warm, and then you get to the holidays, and it seems like holidays there's always a pickup on calls, and yeah.
Is there any particular holiday that like really stands out, or is it just
Really, Memorial Day seems busier.
really?
First real nice holiday.
That's interesting. I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense with it being the first,
Yep.
nice weather and holiday.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the whole firefighter aspect?
Yeah.
Like, what is it about it that you enjoy? Is it
I think it's like the family aspect and helping somebody in need.
the brotherhood of it?
Yeah, and you know what? There's not enough people that want to do it anymore to just help other people. And I feel like if I don't do it and the guys in the fire department aren't going to do it, who else is? Like, you got to have somebody to,
I
do
get
it. So, and it's a good time, people make it a good time. Training's a good time. Learning every time. There's always something to learn. If you're not learning, then you're not trying.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, it's just like with anything really. Like I want the guy that wants to be there, not the guy that's there because he has to or
Right.
because he made a bad decision. Like
Right.
be here because you want to be here. But it's hard anymore, man. Like you think about it, like the cost of living, like it's so
Yeah.
hard to dedicate free time.
And
Like
it's your gas, it's your
exactly,
time.
Exactly.
You know?
It's not that I don't think it's so much that people don't want to volunteer anymore. It's just that money is such an issue anymore to even sustain
Yeah.
or live, comfortably, that like any extra time is just
Yeah.
gone. You know what I mean?
But it is hurt. I mean, there's a hurt for volunteers. Like we've had signs out for years.
So why doesn't the state or the county or the city or the township or whatever it may be, why don't they foot a bill for these guys?
the state's actually making it harder because now they're requiring people to go to like Ivy Tech to get your fire certifications and then go to these classes for like 6 months, which I agree for some of it, but it's like
Yeah, for
if
the
you want
knowledge,
these guys to come on and do this for free, there needs to be a little bit easier of a way.
Or at least incentive.
Well,
like if it's
there is
volunteer.
an incentive. You can go to Ivy Tech after you're a volunteer, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comments, but you can go and get classes for free. So after you're a volunteer, you can go back to Ivy Tech. Like when I was on the police department, I could go to Ivy Tech and take classes for free
Really
and get a degree. Yeah.
interesting. Now,
And if it's not free, it's very, very, very minimal.
now is that like a firehouse led thing, or is that
It's
state driven? So it's like a
State-driven.
grant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an incentive. I mean, you're not getting paid to do it. So,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying though, like that. So what I was getting at is it's again with the cost of living, it's really hard to be able to dedicate any extra
Yeah.
time. Like why I don't understand why they don't lock it in as a permanent, like you're full-time firefighter, so you get paid to do this. You know what I
Money.
mean? Like exact. Well,
it's taxes.
I mean, I get that,
Yeah.
but I mean, you know what I mean? Like everybody else is paying their taxes for things like that. You know what I mean? But we wait years for roads
Did you
to get
know
better.
it was almost like, I think it's like 75% of the U.S. is volunteer departments?
That is incredible. I
think
did not know that.
it might be almost 80. Yeah.
It blows my mind that that is a mostly or even a large percentage volunteer force. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I just found out I can't remember where, maybe like Rhode Island or something. I was watching a video. There's a entire EMS division, like their whole city is just volunteer, and they have to be at station. They can't be at home. So not only do they have to dedicate their time, they have to be at station for a 12 or 24-hour shift. Luckily, we get to be at home.
Well,
and
how
go.
do these guys live?
They do it on their off days. It's crazy. That's a rabbit hole to go down for another day.
Yeah, that's that's quite a commitment, man. That is.
Yeah, it's for the
My hat-
greater good.
My hat to you guys, man. Like I mean, just on the fact of like the cycles that you guys go through, and then your 24, 48-hour shifts of just staying at the firehouse or whatever. Like just on that alone, my hat to you guys. You know what I mean?
Well,
Much
luckily, the volunteer side doesn't have to do that, so we're lucky about that. But that is all the paid side, 24, 48s. There's some doing 72 hours off. I think it's like 24 on, 72 off, something like that.
So those guys that are doing that, they get paid for
They're
that time?
paid. Yeah,
Okay,
they're
thank
paid.
God.
Yeah, yep.
I can't imagine. I mean, if it's that hard to get any kind of pay, I can't imagine it's anything
and
impressive.
you would think that those departments don't have issues getting people. They have the same issues volunteer departments do. Even though they're paying their guys, they have problems getting guys. People don't want to do it.
To be honest with you, I don't think it. I don't feel like it's necessarily that they don't want to do it. It's one of those things that like don't really come across your radar, like like a millwright or something like that, right? Like no offense to millwrights, but like until I was coming out of the Army and was like looking at jobs, I had never heard of a millwright, and then like talking to it was like a union rep or something like that. He explained it to me. I'm like, that's a job,
Right?
You know what I mean? But I don't think it's necessarily that they don't.
I think they're
want to
underpaid
go.
too. I think that's another thing.
Well, I don't think again.
Some of them, some departments. Definitely.
and that may be the case, but I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's just more or less it's not something that comes across the radar.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe they need to promote it more in schools. In high
exactly,
schools.
exactly.
Like
I know
trades needs to come back. They all need to come back. Like it used to be promoting trades. Now it's back to let's go to college.
Exactly.
So
Like I think it's Scarlet Oaks has a
I
firehouse
went there.
program. Yeah,
I
like
went to
and
Scarlet.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
But Diamond doesn't have that.
Right.
So like they have other things, but they didn't have that. So, and to be honest with you, volunteering for the fire department honestly wouldn't have came across my radar if I didn't drive by it every day going home when we lived up in Bright. You know what I mean? And just not really having anything else to do. It was just kind of like,
Right.
let me contribute. So I don't think it's necessarily that nobody wants to do it. I mean, so I'm sure there's a large portion of it that see it and think about it and they're like, I don't like the way it works, or I don't like the structure of it, or the pay sucks, or it's all volunteer, whatever the case may be. But I think it's just more, if I had to guess, I would say it's more that it's just not on somebody's like direct radar to do. You know what I mean? Like even like
And I
cops.
think you really have to have a love for it. You
I agree.
really have to truly love what you're doing to do it.
I agree.
Otherwise, you're going to get burned out and you're going to be done.
And, that, and partially being an adrenaline junkie, like the idea, like the glamorous idea of running into a burning house to save somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like that's I think that's a big
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's the
yeah.
attention getter.
I mean,
you know
it's
what I mean? Like
childhood books.
exactly.
It's
You know
it's
what I
all
mean?
what
see
you
it in the
read.
shows.
You didn't read about going in and lifting a 92-year-old off a floor. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
No,
So.
but my hat's off to you, dude, man. Like you guys do some incredible stuff, and to just alone, and then to factor in the fact that it's all volunteers, just like that's fucking crazy that these dudes are just giving up their time to save these lives. You know what I mean? Like, in all actuality, at the end of the day, like that's how it is, Yeah. That's okay. So you're a firefighter for 7 years.
No, since 2012, so whatever that makes it. I don't even know.
Okay.
What year is it, 2025?
And then what? Did you go to be a cop?
Yeah, for a while. Yeah. Reserve for a department out in Franklin County. It was a small little police department. That's where I started and just fell in love with the job. It was all volunteer. Same thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, free, man. I love just giving away my time.
I didn't even know that was a thing for cops.
Yeah. Same. Then when we moved out here, I transferred over to the city department here, and was reserved there. I want to say it was 6 years. So, and then between that, I swapped back and forth with the sheriff's department, and the police department a couple times. But
was that like your call, or was
my
that
call?
Like a Manning issue?
My call. No, I had no issues with anybody. It was awesome. It was just I was trying to find where I fit. Sheriff's department was awesome. It was so much fun, but I did not have the time to dedicate, and that was the problem. The city let me kind of do. There was a minimum hour every month you had to do, and I could meet that easily.
Okay.
The sheriff's department was a lot more hours, and with running my own mechanic business and then we had a baby, and then on the fire department I couldn't do everything. So then instead of just quitting the law enforcement side, I went back to the city, and then I kept doing that until we started building our house. And then it was one of those like, hey, I couldn't even get my minimum time in a month, and I had to step away from something, and I'm definitely not stepping away from the fire department side. So I kind of let that go for now. I'm hoping eventually I can get back to it, because I really do. I miss those guys. It was awesome. Everybody there was great. I want to get back to it sometime in the future. There's always time. Till there's not.
Till there's not. It turns out you got a lot of it to volunteer,
Yeah, I wish.
That's incredible.
I gotta keep thinking about the little ones at home and spend time with them.
Oh,
So
I know. And then you built a beautiful home out there. I seen that.
Yeah.
That thing is super cool. Like I like the way that thing is all set up. Like,
down over the hill, you can't even hardly see it. It's
so
awesome.
you got your track built and
Yep.
everything back there.
Yep.
Oh, that's
It's a dream.
I get it, man. I get it. I
And
do.
this place, and it's funny because living 15 minutes from here, now I live 35, 40 minutes from here. It's like, what was I doing? But no, it's awesome.
I mean, this is a prime spot. It's right off the highway heading into Kentucky, coming out of
Right.
Indiana.
People going to Tennessee, people going to Kentucky to ride. people from Ohio. I mean, it's right there.
Yep.
Then now we're doing golf carts because, I mean, we're in the middle of 2 major golf cart communities. We have Greendale and, well, Lawrenceburg too, really, and then Hidden Valley.
Oh.
So it was like, you know what? I'm going to tap into that market. So I've done a few services, a few repairs on golf carts. I'm sure once the summer starts going and people start riding their golf carts and stuff, it's going to pick up more. But
it's that entrepreneurial.
yeah,
mindset.
well, I just can't let it go, man.
It's a hard word to say.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But yeah, dude, I just can't. My problem is I can't say no. So if somebody calls, they want something worked on, I'm like, what is it? I'm like, I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, just bring it over. Because I still have 2 companies I deal with from the mobile mechanic business, and they just bring their stuff here. So it makes it nice. But I am working on in the gravel, so that's the only downfall.
Forgot about that part, the mobile mechanic part. When did you do that?
Started that when COVID hit.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it was my daughter was due to be born, and I don't know, something inside me was like, I can't work for somebody. Like, there's just all that stuff was going on with COVID. We had no idea what was going to happen, and then like getting your car, like I had so many people telling me, oh, I can't get my car in to get worked on. I can't do this. I can't get this there. And I'm like, what if I just come to you? They're like, you would do that? I'm like, yeah, I would do that. So I kind of started that, and it took off fast. And I was going all around the tri-state, Ohio, Kentucky, just everywhere. So it was fun.
Did that hold on after COVID?
Yeah. Yeah, and actually I transitioned more to fleet. So the fleet was where it was all at. I mean, I was so busy doing fleet work with fire trucks, ambulances, and like propane trucks, stuff like that, like day cabs, semis,
Okay.
skid loaders, excavators, that I kind of stopped doing personal stuff because like shops started opening up again and people were going back to the shops and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool, because I was so busy doing the fleets that I didn't have time. So I just kept doing that. It was great. So yeah, actually, I still plan on doing that. Plan on getting a service truck within the next 6-8 months and hopefully get somebody in it to do preventative maintenance.
Okay, so you're going to hire somebody to, okay.
That's the plan.
Okay. Any plans to make one of them like off-road buggies, like recovery vehicles?
That'd be cool.
That would be.
Maybe the
We
next.
need places around here that would
We
like
do.
you could use that. Well, we got
See,
is
that's the
Aspen
problem.
Acres.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like that's the like,
That's
and
it.
there's nothing against Aspen.
No.
It's just it's so. That place is rough, dude. It's. Like,
I heard it's getting better.
I hope so because
I heard the grandpa or whatever is kind of out, and the grandson, I guess, is like managing it. And I heard they got dozers back in the trails fixing all the bad stuff. So
well, I hope
it'd
so.
be cool, but it still has been mud. You'll never get it off your buggy.
Oh, it's not even the mud. I've been a steering rod. My machine didn't have 20 hours on it, and I've been a steering rod. And all I did was Jimmy was there. I crept into a mud puddle, and it like didn't even know it happened until I was leaving there, and then I went to hit my brakes and realized I didn't have brakes all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean Aspen's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that it's local.
It's
and,
close.
It's
Yeah.
got a long history. You know?
Yeah, it's really
just-
close to me.
Yeah, I know it's right down the road.
Yeah, I don't even have to trailer it.
I know. That's what we do at Daz. We just we literally drive them to the Aspen.
They don't like that. At least they didn't used to. There was a lady that used to manage that place back when I was like when the 1000s first came out, like 14. I would drive mine there, and she's like, "What are you doing? You can't drive that here." I'm like, "I got a tag. It's fine." She's like, "You're gonna leave. It's gonna be all muddy." I'm like, "It'll be all right. Yeah, I won't drop it on the road."
That's wild.
But yeah, good times.
Yeah, I'd like to see Aspen come
I
to
would
life.
love it if they would like block off areas and like plant grass, let stuff grow back up, and then like do that across the park. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, there was like you could tell things were being done last time I was there. Like
Yeah.
it definitely was. Like it wasn't a shithole by any fucking means. It was just there were spots that were just too brutal. Like yes, the machines can go through, but it's just like for what? To tear your machine up for this little bitty hill? You know what I mean? Just a lot of it didn't really make sense. You know what I mean? It wasn't worth
Right.
putting the machine through all that, and then seeing like the treachery of the trail or whatever. Like it wasn't even technical, just beating the shit out of things for no reason. You know, no gain. It wasn't fun.
No.
I mean, one of those deals.
Yeah, it hurts by the end of the trail. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, my neck.
Yeah, you got whiplash. You're all,
Yeah.
back's all bruised up and stuff.
Yeah.
So Okay, we got a little off track there.
I don't remember where were we? Police department.
Yeah, we were talking about you being on the police department.
There's so much. I mean, there's just a lot. Man, a lot of life experiences in a short amount of time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just getting on a fire department, getting on the police department, turning wrenches. It's one of those like jack of all trades, master of none.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
You just gotta take like a chance.
You're pretty damn good at just about everything I've seen you put your hands on. Watched you change an axle on one of these side by sides in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Thought with a couple tools and a jack. You know?
Yeah.
When you transferred back to the city, what was your time like there? Like what does a day to day look like? Like.
I mean, so they required a monthly minimum to keep on the roster. 1 month you go patrol, and then the next month, as long as there wasn't, as long as you had a full-time officer you could ride with, you'd ride with them. If there wasn't one available, then you just get in a car and you patrol. You would do a loop. You would do a route through the whole entire city, every single road, which was cool because the full-time guys don't get a chance to do that because they are bouncing call to call to call, which we could go back them up. We could go help them on calls, but our job was to be seen by the public because that is what they're there for. I mean, you're there to serve and protect, and they want to see police on the streets. Well, when the full-time guys are so busy that they can't do that, what better way than send the reserves to do the job? And then that way, they can, you check for issues. Somebody's on a vacation, you check and make sure their house is okay.
Just doing presence patrols. And stuff like that.
Yeah. You know how much that helps? Like
a lot.
We had a lot. Like going through the parks when it's getting dark out. Kids are like, "Oh, cops are here." Home. Don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Yep, time to go home. See ya."
We were those kids at one time.
Yeah, well, you'll have that. So it's like, I was young once too. Like I know why you're here. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean it was always fun too. I mean there was a time that's funny. There were some kids like smoking weed or something, and they ran off, and we were up at the park, and I look up, and there's this really tall tower, and my buddy that was just here that stopped in, he was on duty that night, and we were there, and he's like, crawl up there and get it because it was roach. So I crawled up there to get the evidence or whatever, and I had all my gear on, and I'm like, dude, I'm not crawling down this ladder. Like, it was the tight, like, through the freaking up. Oh, no. I'm like, can I go down the slide? he's like, really? I'm like, I'm going to go down the slide. So I throw it down to him, and I got a slide. Dude, my radio comes out, my baton falls out, and I go to the bottom. I hit the ground so hard. I've never seen all them laugh so hard. I was hoping it was on video. It was the funniest thing.
No, you guys weren't wearing body cams at the time?
It wasn't. None of it was on there. I mean, we were just there. Like, there wasn't a call or anything, and dude, it was so funny.
Dude, that would have been.
It would have been like America's Funniest 10 videos.
That would have been in the.
It would have been amazing.
I would have put it.
So another funny story, right? I can't even make this up. With the same dude, so I was with him a lot.
That is a large man, by the way.
Yeah, he is a real man.
Yeah, that looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin's older brother.
So this is where it gets funny, right? I'm super short, 5'5", used to be 5'6", spine's fucked up. I don't know.
Spinal.
I was with him. We went to UDF. And we were getting drinks. We were working. It was a night shift, so it was late. It was Halloween night, right? Okay, you probably already see where this is going.
Yep.
So Halloween night, we're in there getting drinks, and this kid, like this cute little kid, probably 5 years old or something. She's like, I see you're wearing your Halloween costume too. We just got done trick or treating, and my buddy's like, dude, your face was red. Like, but I was like, I wasn't mad. It was just one of those, like, I knew it was coming.
Oh,
I knew it was coming
man.
by somebody. And she was just, and the mom was so embarrassed. And I was like, yep, sure is a good costume, isn't it? It almost looks real. And my buddy laughed so hard. Like, he was dying.
Should just pull the taser out.
Just turn it on and be like, really? Does this look fake?
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
trick or treat.
Yeah. Dude, that was funny. I mean, that was like the type of fun we had there.
Man, I bet it gets in. I mean, you got to make it entertaining.
You have to.
Like, riding around a car, like, I'm sure you guys stay, busy enough, but
Yeah, there's plenty of bars in town.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's enough
you
shit to
stay
go on.
busy, especially about 2 o'clock.
What, in the evening
In the
or at
morning.
night? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really, that's when it all. Well, I guess that's when the bars
midnight to
close.
2. Yeah.
So, what all goes on then? Like people just acting a fool, or
Fights.
Really?
Yeah.
at the bars, or
Oh yeah, in the parking lots.
really?
Yeah.
I
But
don't see that many fights in bars.
yeah, you don't see them. But when you work if you go and work on a Friday
I mean,
night,
if there's somebody
every
that's going to
Friday night-
see him, it's you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm
well.
just saying, like, it's wild that would be.
It actually, it doesn't happen like a ton, right? But it seems like when they do happen, they do happen quite a bit.
Is it usually like revolve around like sports events and shit?
No, just random.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have figured it something to do.
Usually it's some sort of party going on though, like not necessarily like bachelor party, but just something, some sort of like group party. It's always a group. It's always somebody, said something they shouldn't have to somebody's wife. Something always like that.
That ego, man.
Yeah, too
That
many drinks.
Ego,
There's nothing good that comes out of all that alcohol. I'm telling you.
that ego will get you killed, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I try every day to suppress mine, and sometimes I lose that fight, buddy. Oh
Yeah.
God, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Especially driving. That's where my ego really.
That's why I
wins.
like mowing grass. It just makes it like disappear. Go home, mow like 6 acres of grass. You'll forget about all that anger.
See, see. I don't. It's not so much mowing for me as much as it is like running equipment. That's where.
Yeah,
that's where I
for
like
sure.
lose all of my.
Well,
thoughts.
because it all goes away. You're
Exactly.
focused and you're having fun.
Yeah, just stay locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Staying locked in. That's the thing.
It's nice. It's like a.
That's why riding dirt bikes. Same thing. You're locked in.
I agree.
Everything's
'cause-
gone.
Yeah, because you can't just be out there spaced out. and
No,
fucking
you'll
listen
get
to a
fucking
trail.
hurt,
You know what I mean?
dude.
So, it's definitely a stress relief. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and that was like when I had my bike. I mean, the bike was nice, but just the way people drive it
That's
wasn't
just
even worth
man.
it. You know
It's
what I mean?
not
Like,
worth it.
it-
It's not even you. It's everybody else.
exactly. Like I
Yeah.
spent so much time, constantly watching what was going on
Yeah.
around me, and
God forbid you go 5 over, you'll get hit.
Exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Nobody sees. Everybody's on their phone. Nobody can pay attention.
the phones.
Yeah.
The phones. That shit makes me want to just commit crimes with my vehicle, dude. I'm telling you, like that is the one thing
Yeah.
that really goes through me.
Don't you love in the mornings when it's dark and you're going to work and no tin on a car and this person's just phone up here and just
Oh, yeah.
lights up their whole car? Like, you don't even know what's going on right
Exactly.
now.
It's
Like,
every morning.
Yeah.
It's every morning.
Insane. People are.
I'm telling you, if I was rich, I would do a lot of illegal things. I can't afford to pay for people's vehicles.
Yeah, no.
But I would learn how to pit people.
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of cool things. Oh, it goes through me so much because it's never like they're never doing the right thing. Like first of all, like get your fucking eyes on the road, dude.
And then
Like, my
their
kid's about to be
blinkers
driving.
on and they're
Yeah.
just. Yeah.
The light's green for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like, hey guy, like I'm about to push you through this light. Like we're about to get through this together. I
Right.
promise. Like one way. Or another. I'm telling you, I have some devious thoughts.
Dude, that happens like at Wendy's all the time. If you're sitting there at the light, like you'll be sitting there. It's like, come on. Like my horn's broke right now. I never realized how much I use my horn. It's air horn.
Oh,
I never realized how much I used it until I don't have it. It's like I drove my truck like 3-4 times now without the horn working. I'm like, this is miserable.
Give it
I didn't
back.
realize how much I used it. Like you're sitting there like, come on, let's go. And then you got the other people where it's like it's green. As soon as it turns green, they're honking their horn.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
It's like
I
one
hate
extreme
traffic.
to the other.
I'm telling you, dude. Traffic is like that's my kryptonite. I cannot swallow my pride
Well,
or ego.
you should never direct traffic then. If
I actually
you-
got hit not that long ago directing traffic. I had
Really?
to go. Yeah, oh yeah, whole court case and everything. This guy was
What?
I'm not kidding. This guy was a tech attorney, right, for a tech company, and when this happened, it was a hit and run. He hit me and tried to run, but luckily the vehicle that was in front of him was our dump truck. So our flagger got our dump truck to stop. My foreman got a picture of him and his license plate where else, and the guy took off. But yeah, that whole mess. But either way, so what all interesting things happen out here in this area as a firefighter or a cop or anything? Is it just pretty quiet, or is it things pop off like?
it can go from quiet to crazy in a blink of an eye.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, everybody's got a little bit different experiences. We won't get too far into that, but yeah, I mean, like anywhere, there's dangers. I mean, there's bad people everywhere. You know, you never know.
Oh yeah.
It's what everybody thinks. It's just so safe everywhere. And I guess when you see that side of it, you understand that no matter where you go, there's always bad people.
Oh yeah.
And you can't change that. I mean, as much as people want to, I mean, that goes with anything, you know, fire department, police department. There's just, you never know your next situation you're going into. Yeah. So, I mean, you have no idea if the house you're going to help somebody with the fire department, EMS, I mean, they could be just as dangerous. So you just don't know. But
I only ask because I see a lot of these videos, basically like, you know, cops getting ambushed or first responders getting ambushed. You know
real
what I mean?
thing.
Like, that's wild. And I obviously haven't been around this part.
Yeah.
I
I don't think that's ever happened around here. No, I mean, like, local.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened in the tri-state.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
what
it
I'm
has.
saying. Like,
yeah.
within the areas
But
that you.
I think we're really lucky.
Really?
Like, yeah, with what we have going on around this area. So, and I mean, we're also lucky because the amount of officers that, you know, the three cities here combined, they're dang near one city if you go down the main road. And I mean, at any given time, you might have 15 by the time you go from one to the other. And people don't like that until they need them.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, like, I heard there was a motorcycle wreck in front of Dairy Queen the other day. The first officer was there, I guess, in like a minute, like 1 minute. And, you know, I don't know if the guy died or not, but EMS was right there pretty quick because they're all paid down there. So they're on station. They jumped in the ambulance. They got there. But I guess he came out of Dairy Queen and got hit somebody on a motorcycle. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, I mean, we're pretty lucky, and people will argue that all the time, but these guys are, you know, they're not out there to ruin your life. You know, most of the time you run into somebody that hates them, it's, well, what did you do to get into that situation, right?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like there's three sides to every story, right? I mean, there always is, but it's like there's a reason you don't like the police if you're saying that. Like, what bad experience did you have? Was it self-inflicted? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't even remember where we were going with this.
No, I mean, you're going right down the right path. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. As far as like where the cops go, you know what I mean? Like, I got nothing but love and respect for all.
And I mean, there is shitty ones. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, but every profession, fire department, police department.
I think the only thing that cops do that piss me off so much is sit on the side of the highways or roads for speeding. Just let me speed for something.
It's okay. I was riding with a cop one time, and he slammed on his brakes when he saw a cop. He's like, "Oh, I forgot I was in my cop car."
Oh, you. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I thought it was funny. That was years ago, but yeah.
So what's next?
What's next?
Where are you going from here? I mean, this is a recent development.
Yeah. So this place is 2,200 square feet total.
Okay.
Shop, showroom, everything.
And it's quite a showroom.
2,200 square feet, but a lot of wasted space. So eventually, we're growing the service side. Our plan is within 2 years, I want to triple the size of the business. I want to have enough work to keep 2 mechanics busy. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to get 2 employees in that can just work in the shop. I can be in the showroom, in and out, go, pay bills, do stuff. I can't do everything all the time. I need to focus on growing and then focus on eventually expanding. Like, technically we've already outgrown the place. I can only fit 3 things in at one time, and it's tight. Like 3 things to store, 2 to work on at a time.
Okay.
So, and if you got 1 torn down on the lift waiting on parts, I mean, there goes half your bay. So we're definitely going to have to expand. But yeah, employees, grow, probably cut down on some of the inventory that doesn't move, but I want to double or triple the maintenance side, like oil, filters, bearings, wheels, tires, All of it. I want to double, triple that size, and then see what happens. I expand into Jeeps, golf carts. I still work on the trucks, but that's kind of slower. I don't want to take on as much of that.
I get that. Yeah, your wife's saying you guys had like stock in here from like 2016.
Yeah. There's a few things in here from 16, 17. That's kind of crazy. So I need to figure out what all doesn't move, and get like a big sale table, and just put everything out there and be like, cost plus a little, and then just get rid of the stuff that doesn't move. Make room for more stuff. I want customer inputs. I want like, hey, what do you want to see in here? Do you want Polaris oil? Do you want Kawasaki oil? Like, what does a customer want? Because this business doesn't mean anything unless I have customers, right? Like, if I don't have my customers, I don't have a business.
Yep.
So I don't want to necessarily keep what I want. I want to keep what my customers want.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I try to run surveys on Facebook. I always take suggestions. I want to put like a suggestion box. If you guys have a suggestion, leave a comment.
I try to interact with your Facebook posts as much as possible.
And I see that.
I try.
That helps.
I don't always see them. Like, there's times like that something pops up on my feed, which is crazy because I'm always on Facebook. But it'll pop up on my feed, but it'll be from like 6 days ago. I'm like, like, where was this 6 days ago? Like, I would have acted then.
Craziest thing, before we took over, it was like, so on Facebook that gives you a graph, right? So before I took over, it's like 1 to 5 views a day. And that was pretty steady for a long time, like 1 to 5, give or take. The first 3 weeks we were there, 62,000 views. The number one thing is pictures. You can post a status, doesn't get traction. Pictures. So you post a status, add a picture. It gets traction. Facebook sends it out more. It gets out to the public more. Videos don't really do it. Videos...
I'm going to have to introduce you to ChatGPT.
Yeah, dude, I need to. Being homeschooled, spelling,
buddy,
down.
that stuff is... ChatGPT is the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. It takes a little bit to get what you want out of it.
Right.
But when it comes out, when you get what you want out of it, you're like, man, I mean, images, it doesn't matter. You can get real creative and do some really like eye-catching things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, future, I grow. I want to go to events. I want to go to all the events. Like, eventually, my goal would be to have somebody reliable that can work here, maybe just part-time, while we go out to events and sell stuff, get the name out there.
Yeah.
Because, like, online is where we're going to have to head. I mean, we've pretty much... I mean, there's new customers. I'm getting new customers every week. Like, people that had no idea we existed, that live close. One guy today from Harrison had no idea we were here. Crazy.
Until you told me about this place, I had no idea.
And to me, that's crazy. Like, I knew about it when it first opened, 2016. And I don't know. I don't know how the disconnect happened where, like, this is such a large showroom. Like, we are now the only one in the tri-state that has the aftermarket parts like this in a showroom. Our only competitor is shutting down. There was another one that shut down last year. We are the only ones. So if you want to actually go put your hands on aftermarket parts, this is the place to go.
Interesting.
And the side-by-side industry right now is, I looked this up the other day, I think it's like $17 billion a year. In 5 years, it's supposed to be $31 billion a year.
Jesus.
So I'm like, now's the time.
I mean, the price of these damn things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think people care. Like, to me, like, I look at the price of these new razors, and I'm just like, I remember when I could get one for $14 out the door. Like, out the door. Now it's like that same one's like $30.
Yeah, I think mine was it 2024? I think it was 24.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's $10,000 more than the exact same razor back in 2014.
I know.
Now,
I love it though.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
See? Exactly.
It's worth it.
It's worth
I mean,
it.
it's a hard
a
hard pill to swallow for something that in your head
that you
you're
paid
like,
as much as your truck.
I'm just gonna go tear this thing up. But man, all the fun you have in between is just it's worth it, dude. Especially when you go out to places like Wildcat or
bachelor
Hollywood.
parties.
Yeah, exactly. Like that shit. It's so fun. You're making memories. You know what I mean? It's a good time.
And I think that's where people, they'll separate that. Like, hey, it is worth it because it's memories, it's family time. The best part, no cell service. Half the places we go, no cell service. You get away from it.
Exactly.
So, and I think that's what people need. So I don't know. I'm here to try to make as best prices I can for people and service. I just want good service people can trust.
It's respectable for sure.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. So, along with expanding this place specifically, you gonna try to pick up anything new, or?
Yeah.
I mean, you said that you're trying to do
The mobile mechanic
yes,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean that would be long-term goal. I want to get another service truck, get somebody in it to do services, just like PM stuff on trucks. I mean that.
10 years, we're gonna have fucking Whittington Industries.
Yeah. I don't stop. Like I always think
I know.
of what is the next, not necessarily next, what else can we do? Like I don't do good idling. Like if I'm sitting still for very long, like I don't sit down at the counter. Like I stand, I help people. I stand. Like what is the next thing? Like there's always something else. I'll never be broke. Like I have to work. I have to always work.
That's a dying trait right there for sure. I mean, but you take it to a whole different level. Like you don't. Yeah, dude. Like I don't know. You just got your hand in so many different things. It's not even funny. And it's like every time I turn around, you got something that it's not. And like the thing is like a lot of people will like. I'm a prime example of it. We'll start things and it just kind of falls off or dies off. Like I had my interest for a minute. And then it kind of dies off, like, but I never really get anything with it. You know what I mean? Like go anywhere with it. But you tend to like whenever you start something, like you don't just do it. Like you become successful in it. Everything you've ever done that I've seen, like.
Well, I feel like if you're not doing it 110%, then why do it?
Well, no, I get.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Or you mean to make it work?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To be successful in
Yeah.
it, right? Like I mean, there's a lot of people that go out there and they do give it their all, but they don't catch on to the things that make it successful, or they're not creative enough to, you know what I mean, to go to that next step or that next level, or understand the avenues that they have to traverse to get to that next level. Whereas like you tend to fucking, wade through those waters every time and come out on top.
Well, and I feel like a lot of it is kind of adapting to what you're doing. So like you have to have customers to make this work.
Yeah.
You have to adapt. You have to put yourself in their shoes when they come in. How do you want to be treated? What product, like, to make money, to be successful, you have to give up certain things and you have to understand that you need to make slow dimes, not fast quarters.
Ooh.
So in order to do that, you need to take some losses to get the win. And I feel like that's the only way to become successful. And I mean, I'll never be rich because I volunteer my time way more than I should to places and give a lot of shit away.
Yeah.
But that's just like, I don't know, I feel that's just how I am. So, but if you do that and you live by those standards of, just forming to what you need to be to make it work and be real.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's like, don't be fake. Don't lie. Just like
have realistic.
Yeah. No false promises. As long as you tell the truth and you give it your best, it'll work. No excuses for yourself either.
I mean, that's some pretty solid advice to live by, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, I thank you for your time. I think this is a good place to end it, unless you got anything else.
No, I just hope you come to the open house when we have it. Hopefully second Saturday in June is the plan.
Will do. Where can the people find you?
www.wloffroad.com. Like us on Facebook, White Lighting Off-Road. 839 Obertine Road in Greendale, Indiana. And it's Tuesday through Saturday. Give us a call.
What's your hours?
Tuesday through Friday is 9 to 6. Saturday is 10 to 1. Monday is my mobile service day, so I am out. I could be here. I could be in Cincinnati. I could be Indianapolis.
Okay.
It just depends. So Monday it's not open. People can stop in if they see my truck, but it's not open.
That truck is really sick. You got that wrap out there, and then having it like your sign, that's really sick.
Shout out to Brain Bucket, man. They do a fantastic job.
Really?
And they're right across the street, so they do police cars, fire trucks. Yeah.
Well, thank you again, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for all your
I
volunteering, all
it.
your service and shit. That means a lot. People don't people don't really think about it, so they kind of
Right.
take it for granted. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like you said, until you
Yeah.
need it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's too late. But
all
thanks
good.
again. Thank you guys again for
Yeah.
tuning in. Like Ben said, go look him up on Facebook. Got the banner behind us. Hopefully you guys can see that. His showroom is phenomenal. I mean, like just about, you could damn near build an entire side-by-side in here minus a roll cage. It's all here, even audio. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one.